presumptive service connection. And, we don't really need to. Let's just talk about presumptive and then we'll do an example.
Well, yeah, presumptive is basically where the VA takes away one of the requirements, which is almost always the nexus. So it's something happened in service, you're exposed to something, usually you're exposed to something, and you have a current disability, they say, boom, it's related. All you have to do is show that you were at that place or you had that MOS or whatever, and you have that current disability that they presume, and you don't have to show a nexus, which means you don't have to get a medical opinion to show that they're related, which just takes, to me, a lot of headache out of it.
So you said almost always the nexus. Is there a situation, put you on the spot, where it's not the nexus and it's something else?
Well,
VA claims are all about strategy. I preach and I teach strategy in my boot camp. Check it out at combatcraig.com. Links in the description.
Because like the diagnosis you still need to have and the symptoms. And that needs to be, like a doctor needs to write that shit down, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's basically almost always is the nexus because it's, Gulf War, you could kind of argue that you're in the Gulf, you don't have a diagnosis right now, but you have all this, this constellation of symptoms.
If these,
so that could be.
Yeah, okay, so that would probably be that makes sense. Yeah, so it's essentially the presumption replaces the nexus in
exactly.
Yeah, whatever, 99%.
Right.
And might be some weird stuff going on. So let's use I'm a Gulf War veteran, allergic rhinitis.
Right.
That's on the part of the PACT Act, or was it prior to that?
It just came out explicitly on the PACT Act.
Okay. So I have allergic rhinitis. I want to file a claim. I could do direct service connection. Pre-existing, we already agreed, basically bullshit. I could do secondary.
Not bullshit, but not easy. How about that? He says potato, I say potato, all right?
I think we're in agreement that, no, we're not in agreement. That's fine. So allergic rhinitis, direct, secondary, presumptive.
I like these tests. He gives me these tests.
Using the feet as the last one in our hypothetical veteran situation. Presumptive is I'll let you.
No, I agree. I mean, one of the things we both try to teach, if you take this anything away from us, path of least resistance. And here, presumptive, no doubt.
Yep.
Just get that service connected and then focus on getting the money you deserve through the rating.
And this also kind of addresses the money. There's places where I have no problem spending the money. And I know you don't want to spend the money until you have to, which is fine. Like a lot of people don't have money. The veteran is spending it up front. Yeah. And I just know you're going to be spending it most likely one way or the other. With the presumptive, you don't have to even get the nexus.
Right. You don't have to get the nexus from the doc, which is, money saved for you and honestly, headache.
But playing devil's advocate, your VA doctor could be downplaying your symptoms, and that's not going to help you out with a 0% rating for allergic rhinitis, which happens a lot.
Right. Well, so that's one where, again, let's get the service connection first.
Yep.
And then if you want to spend the money, I'm all about that. Let's spend the money on getting a thorough doctor to look through and give you time to talk about all the symptoms you have and write that out thoroughly, because that's where you get the money. If it's presumptive, we don't want to waste our money on getting a nexus that doesn't need to exist.
Well, I was talking more like a medical opinion or a DBQ.
Right. Well, same thing. It's the same thing. DBQ or
right. An independent medical opinion is the right. So let's get points on the board, even if those points are 0 points.
Exactly.
Just don't make it not service connected.
Right. That's what we want here.
You're going to need medical evidence if you want to win your VA claim. You need a current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus. If your doctor won't give these things to you, check out my med team. There's an email address in the description.